The message is clear. Washington wants Europe to shoulder more of its own defence. A Reuters report says the Pentagon told European diplomats that nations have until 2027 to take over most of NATO's defence capabilities. That's everything from intelligence to missiles and troop deployments, roles the US has dominated for decades. If they don't, the US could decide to stop participating in some NATO defence coordination mechanisms. The Trump administration's pressure on NATO allies is nothing new. In March, Trump had already questioned whether he'd defend countries that don't spend enough.
Well, I've said that to them. I said, if you're not going to pay, we're not going to defend. I said that 7 years ago. And because of that, they paid hundreds of billions of dollars. I said, if you're not going to pay your bills, we're not going to defend you.
The Pentagon staff who set the deadline haven't laid out how the US would measure Europe's progress. But European officials say 2027 is unrealistic. Even the EU's own 2030 target for military self-reliance is seen as ambitious, and many key US capabilities can't be replaced quickly. Washington's relationship with NATO runs hot and cold. Back in June, Trump was applauding European leaders for backing a plan to raise defence spending to 5% of GDP. But in the months since, he's shown a willingness to negotiate with Russia over the war in Ukraine, and his Deputy Secretary of State told NATO foreign ministers this week it was obvious Europe should take primary responsibility for its own security.